3 more games left for today, and the next 2 will be Miramar all the way through. And Miramar always gives us some very interesting games because Airstation, Mike, they've had more success than others on it, but we've not had a couple of teams where you go, yep, they've figured it out. They're certainly the strongest teams on Miramar. But I still think that there's just too much going on when it comes to Miramar for these teams that no one can really work it out because we've had some very interesting circles, but we've had even worse plane trajectories as well.
So crazy because of the size of Miramar as well, that plane trajectory. If it's not kind of central, it can really mess up these teams' rotations. But look at the overall standings. Talked about it. Uni moving up into second overall. Great second game for them. Bit of a shift in the overall standings. ELGIG up into 10th overall. So it's getting definitely a little bit hairy. Still quite close. All these points will matter. 3 more games today. Miramar on the wall. Who's going to be the fairest of them all?
It needs to be ELGIG if they want to save themselves from dropping any further down. And if memory serves me correct, they're not the best games when it comes to Miramar.
I can tell you that myself, actually.
I can remember 2 games where they got pinned down in the same spot. Literally, we were watching the same spot that they were fighting from.
It's not completely up to date, but as of the 10 Miramar games we had, they only scored 35 points.
Okay, yeah, so it's not exactly not where they're looking to grab a ton of points here, but there is still chances. Things can change, and we speak about awful plane circle tides for these teams. This is less than ideal to work your way up north now. Obviously, it's a smaller map than what Erangel is, but it still makes it very hard for some of these teams. Now, for Impala, PG-18 will always go there, but it's where the circle goes, which makes it very interesting for them because it gives them their opportunity to go for longer rotations, which PG-18 prefer on a map like Miramar. Better luck next time. We're going to find themselves going to Valdemar this time around. El Pozo will be occupied by Tornado. And they're going to be very happy with that because it's not so far up north. They don't have to worry about teams up in La Cobreria. Exactly. They don't have to worry about teams in Crater Fields. They can have a bit more space around them, which will give them opportunities to kind of stretch their legs. And, well, actually, they might end up with another game where they don't move too much either because, once again, the circle is pretty much in their favor. Melman is almost dead center. This is Monte Nuevo's close enough there for it as well, so 3D Max could turn this around. And I think that's a crazy thing. For 3D Max, you've had 2 games where it's been pretty rough, a 0-point and a 1-point game. You're still in a great spot. You're still 4th place on the standings, but now would be your time to shine. Now would be your time to step up and deliver.
Yeah, 100%. As I said, you want to become a threat to the teams around you. You want to go into those promotional phase of PEL and with that level of confidence on the back of finishing second in the Contenders Phase 3. Right now, they're 4th, but they are still close to overtaking the likes of InsideGames and Unity. What I like about that circle is it's not too difficult for the teams on the east and the southeast side of the map that are outside the circle because it's on the west. And a lot of teams will look to rotate towards more the central area of the circle, so it's really not too bad. We do see Airstation, Mike, who are rotating up northwards, looking to catch out a couple of members of ELGIG.
Oh, give us a drive-by. Give us a drive-by. ghostar, you are being hunted down. Your teammates have left you alone. Airstation Mike looking to try and take this fight. Hugstar, Jazza, what can they do from here? They just want to back away. They don't want to chase it anymore. The rest of the ELGIG players continue to drive forward. It's only Marcelek that waited for their teammates, but I guess considering how bad it went for Airstation Mike last time, they just thought, all right, we didn't connect. It didn't manage to make it happen. We'll just back away. So I can respect it. It makes perfect sense. But both those teams could do without losing a player early on.
Pretty much. You're wasting time on the longer game by chasing one kill early on. And when you're like Airstation Mike, that fine, their strongest map is Miramar. They get that late game, they rotate in earlier on, and they really do look to take control of this map. So really, I do give them a lot of credit for just backing away from that.
Now, 3D Max are actually going to find 2 Tornado players. Not close to him just yet, but moving out from El Pozo already down towards Monte Nuevo. So they're going to try and get the information early on. PG-18, always in Impala. Now, previously, we've been seeing them going down south, but I think they're smart enough to know that because of where the plane was, if they take an up-north rotation, even rotate throughout the blue or whatever, there's going to be a hell of a lot of space up towards them, that side of things, and they'll be able to maybe keep themselves going longer than if you have to fight your way through down south, because this time down south, we've got Unity, Jokers, Last Crew, InsideGames, MOOPHEUS, all on this journey if they want to take it, and then finally, better luck next time at Valdemar.
Yeah, definitely. And even looking in the circle down south, you have currently Milky Way, you have Northern Lights, although they're a little bit split as Tempest rotating in. You talked about 3D Max getting close to Tempest, getting close to Tornado Energy. Tempest are now doing it, so you got Melman up on the hill up above, being connected on with the shots by Tempest. Hjorda's in that little hut, trying to find the angle onto Example. Example's in that building. Wookie Bookie driving on forward. Normally the backline player, but now being a bit of a front line, getting that grenade out. Let's see if he can throw it into building connect onto Example.
And YMCA were also taking some shots there. Which means Example did get tagged by one bullet and forced him back out. Wookie needs to be careful being out in the open as well. He doesn't want to be found by those players. Tornado, having just won the previous game, already Aaliyah coming over to help Example out, which now means they've got to play this 2v4 very smart. But if they can find Wookie close range... Oh, that is a nade and a half. The moment Aaliyah stepped out, Hjort's nade landed on the feet. You can't play football with that one. You lose your damn legs. And that's exactly what happened. But when he loses his life, Tempest continues to push forward. Example, and just to get the first one, closes the door, backs away. Very smartly played. Doesn't want to take these fights on a crazy way. And this could work out for him. If anyone wants to push through that door, yes, he's lost his teammate, but he's going to have a lot of information coming out. Now, Wookie's still outside, and he's holding a very good position here. But Example doesn't want to push just yet.
Well, it's providing time. It's giving...
3D Max, they've joined into this. They are the Monte Nuevo team. And they're going to come and take full control of this. They deal away with Melman. Comput's over on the other side. And the final two members are still trying to deal with the Tempest players.
And then you also have YMCA in the background. You talked about them popping shots off earlier on. They're a little bit split, but they are potentially going to find themselves in good position where they can get the angles onto either Tempest or Tornado Energy. But Example has gone down. You leave them with just... As far as I know, it's just one member that's left. That's going to be Compot.
Yeah, Compot running away. He's put himself in the vehicle. From this distance, it looks like he's driving the bus as well. Not the fastest of vehicles.
The wheels on the bus go round and round.
Until he gets blown to smithereens, but will he be able to escape? He seems to have got far enough away, but now YMCA are going to take a few additional shots at him. That did not work out for them at all. Tornado. They left El Pozo early, and they paid the price for it, just opting for that central position.
Well, you even, like, of course, landing spot and positional spot are always going to be different, and you don't want to be in El Pozo unless you have to. And it's very rare that you have to stay in El Pozo. So for the early game, it made sense. It was just the fact that they stayed split up too early. We saw Tempest and 3D Max get a little bit too close to them. And yeah, they paid the price, getting put down to just one member. Now, Airstation might be rotating in quite nicely. LG looking for the Wanderer PG-18. But was able to respond and get the shots onto the Wanderer.
Nice and fast there from both Marcelek and Morpheus. You saw it. Marcelek had the perfect aim in following the bike. When the bike went up in the air, he was like, what? What's going on?
And I thought Wanderer was going to be able to punish that. But credit where credit is due to Marcelek. He stayed composed, got those shots on, and took him down in the end.
Well, that is a nice start for ELGIGANTEN. PG-18 are doing exactly what I said as well. They went from Impala. The blue will soon be touching them, but they've already made it far up north. They're just going past water treatment now, but losing that player, not ideal for them. They have only run into ELGIG, though. That's the benefit. If they'd gone the other way, they would have ran into about 3 or 4 different other teams.
Yeah, and maybe they could have gone with doing a bit more of a northerly rotation to play it a little bit safer, because taking that blue zone damage on phase 1, even phase 2, really isn't much, and it's much better off staying as a 4-man team, taking a little bit of tick damage on the blue zone than losing one member early on. But either way, it is what it is. I do love the rotation coming out from Unity. They've gone on the far west road, gone past the likes of InsideGames, avoiding the likes of Last Crew, BetterLuckNxTime, and Milky Way.
Now, Gig will work their way in. ghostar is split away from the rest of his teammates. The circle shifts down towards the southeast. Monte Nuevo is going to be taken out of it. Picardo, no one's hanging around there just yet. Power grid not secured either. Lots of teams going to try and fight out for this center location, but which one do you want to take? Do you want to take these compounds just towards the west of Picado? That could be a nice spot to play from. Do you sit on top of the hill and try and make it work? So many options to be had there. And if you're one of the teams getting there first, like Airstation Mike or Jokers, it could work out quite well as Jokers talking about them. Tab takes a few shots, but OK Bro's able to do one better this time around. But can the Joker's teammates provide some cover fire? We often find the Jokers not in 2-2 splits, but 1 or 2 men just on their own in different spots. Like even now, they might have a 2-2 here, but you'd have one player in a building. Like here you go, you got Moon further over there with Set. Yeah. So they're very split, which allows for these single players to get taken down so early on.
It does provide different angles of fire, but when you have a full team crashing in, you're only going to be able to survive for so long. So that has gone against Jokers for now. Airstation Mike rotated down that hill that they had initially held on to, going for, I think, a bit of a 2-2 split in those little compounds close to the center circle. Moose have had an easy rotation to head into the center circle from the south side, southeast direction. But now 3D Max, who helped to get pressure onto Tornado Energy, are close to firing shots in the direction of Northern Lights.
For ELGIG, they've now gone back into the blue, just for everyone to note. If you're not watching a map stream, well, you certainly should if you've got a second monitor or another device you can watch it from. Just type !map. But ELGIG currently going back through the blue, working their way down south. PG-18 still went for their northern location and are just going to come into the circle now with Recrent just slightly further behind them.
And I think that's a good play for PG-18 to stay in their rotational play, to kind of head down from that north direction. They'll be able to go onto the hill of Power Grid. You don't want to be in Power Grid, but on the hill above it is quite open, yes, but you have the high ground where you can overlook on the teams down south. With the majority of the teams down south, it does give a bit more freedom to PG-18 once they get there.
Now, YMCA, on the previous game, were looking better, managing to get some multiple kills in there, alongside just one placement point, but it was still a good effort from them. They're certainly getting more aggressive as well. We saw what happened to Kajuti in the end one. He was willing to take the fight, but Aaliyah popped him off while he was just prone down. Can they do any better this time around on Miramar? There's so many teams that are just on the cusp of trying to break in or hold on to their key positions within the overall standings. If you try to actually do the math in your head as you're watching it all go down, you just go insane. And who also might be going insane very soon is Mans. He can't seem to catch a break. Because he can't seem to catch all the shots just yet. Plenty of smokes going down. Is it going to be enough cover for Mans?
You also have Snoopy and Noctis. So that took a little bit longer than they would have liked, but they're now able to connect onto Offstring and the rest of Milky Way, who have the high ground down the southwesterly direction of this circle. We're getting closer to exposing phase 3 and see how it's going to shift. Is it going to shift down south, up north? It's going to shift down south, a little bit more centralized. Majority of the teams are inside the circle. It's going to be hard for the likes of YMCA, 3D Max, Tempest, and actually PG-18 to get into the circle quite safely, whereas ELGIG, they have it pretty easy on the eastern side.
What's interesting is PG-18 avoided all the horrible cluster down south by rotating up north. And now they're going into the next cluster as this circle has hard shifted away from them once again. First it went out west when they were coming in from the east. Now it's gone down south and they've come from the north. Furex back on the floor for 3D Max. It's Northern Lights. One thing I'll say about Northern Lights today, they've been going out for frags a lot harder. They certainly realize, okay, these are the last few games. We need these additional points. Let's try and make it work. Let's believe in our own ability. So I'm liking what we're seeing from them. It wasn't the best high kill game last time around, but they did manage to take the second place with 3 kills. Yep. And they need more of those kind of games.
And they're a team that right now have a good balance of placement points and kill points, but in the past they've known to be very aggressive as a team. They've just reeled it back a little bit in the final stage of this phase 3, and they're making it count right now. Only in it, as it has started today, they were 11th overall. They need to step it up into the final couple of days.
Oh, wow. BetterLuckNxTime back on there again. BetterLuckNxTime and Northern Lights seem to run into each other no matter which map it is. It's like, oh, you're across the side from us again. Hey, friend. Got to shoot you, though.
Not you again. God.
It's like, really, guys? Really?
It's like that friend you have that, like, you don't really want to hang around with, but you're kind of forced to.
Who forces you to hang around with people? Is that what you're trying to say about me?
If
You've
you're
just
not
been
that
stuck
friend,
with
if
me.
you don't think you have that kind of friend, then you are that friend. But anyway.
Probably about right. Probably
I
about
was
right.
that kind of friend, in fairness, but there you go. Oh, back in the day of being in school. But anyway, as the game goes on, Clib got knocked down. Recon going to look to pick up an extra point for his side. They safely made their way into the circle from the north. Zuni trying to connect on to Noki, rotating 3D Max going down south into the ToWzErA.
Yeah, Orange is trying to make that work. A bit of damage done, but no knock secured. We'll give them the information, though, if they want to work off it at all. They'll understand where the other teams are heading to now. And at least for Unity, the side they're pushing in from isn't as heavily contested.
No, it's not for now. We'll see how this next
more
phase
from
off.
PG18 onto Tempest. Some
Wow.
distance on that one from Recrent as well. He's still in the blue doing this damage. But when it goes into phase 4, he needs to get the hell out of that blue. The rest of the team are already inside the circle in the northern edge of it. The rest of Tempest are trying to escape, but look how many teams are shooting them. Northern Lights, Jokers, all taking shots. Annie just about managing to get out in time, but he's still being tagged up quite hard.
And what was good for Recon was he was actually pushing the teams around him, most notably Tempest at least, away from the rest of this PG18 team. So it was very good and provided a lot more safety for the other two members that were inside the circle. Now, this has centralized up. The teams down south in ToWzErA are going to have to make their way up. Milky Way, 3D Max, Last Crew, Unity, as well as BetterLuckNxTime, all outside the circle.
Now, I can't tell you how many times I've seen this from 3D Max on Miramar. The 2-2 split, but it's such a great distance. Two players just outside Monte Nuevo, Solar and Furax. Furax is going to die out, as he just did. And then Phantom and Noki down in ToWzErA. Now, they do this oh so often, and it can work out for them, but they're playing the long game here. But it means that often they find themselves just one or two players left alive, and, well, Phantom goes down now. Instantly, he had one player waiting for him. That's Compot, who was the solo player left alive for Tornado. And Compot's going to go and grab that vehicle, get himself the hell out of there as Fate finds the kill onto a Noctiv. An easy one at that as well. No refrag potential coming in at all, and BetterLuckNxTime again, just picking up the odd kill here and there. Upsetting a lot of these teams. This is not what Unity would have wanted.
Well, Unity initially had a nice position on the southwest direction, but because the circle has shifted more northeasterly, it puts them a lot closer to the side of BetterLuckNxTime, and they paid the price for now. Compot trying to protect himself away from Noki. Noki is in the blue, so he's going to be taking that tick damage. Phase 4, it's not nice to be in that blue zone. Can Compot get the better of him?
And Odstrelovac is also taking shots at Noki, which is why he's going to have to fall back. He won't be able to take down Compot, and he is just going to get knocked. That's going to be him done and dusted. That's 3D Max with only Solar left alive now.
That will put Compot on high alert as Tempest go down in 16th place. The first team to go out in this game, 17.5 minutes in. That's how crazy these rotations, how passive these teams are being playing for now. But as we're getting into phase 4, we still have 49 players. Teams are going to be clashing closer and closer.
Noki dies on out. Compot will try and escape through ToWzErA now. That solo Tornado player looking to grab as much as he can, but he needs to keep it very chill for now. The Milky Way players have spotted him next. How much longer can he stay alive? Good spray down coming in from iZoom. He's looking to blow that car up completely, but Compot somehow, some way, still managing to survive. It's on fire. It's all in flames, and Compot, he'll go down, and Tornado grab 15th place.
Still got a couple of kills for his side towards the end, so overall solid play by Compot. He held on to ToWzErA for quite a while. 3D Max go down in 14th place. Yeah, BetterLuckNxTime being connected onto by Unity, so the return fire, what initially looked good for BetterLuckNxTime, now under pressure in the open, moving down from the south, as Kajudi also joining in on the fun.
Snoopy, what a position to play from there. His teammates doing damage from the distance. BetterLuckNxTime under pressure from other sides, including Northern Lights. And then Snoopy looking to take these challenges, but he's not going to win out that one. Fate, he has been on point today, and he continues to deliver. Orange coming in with a nade, but is it going to be enough? Fate somehow, some way needs to stay alive. More nades coming out towards them, and they're going to run out of options on where to go. Still doesn't manage to connect.
What?
BetterLuckNxTime are playing it smart. They're avoiding the nades. Orange has wasted his utility now. And how do they push on into this? Joker's also taking extra shots. Damage being done still. Quizzy has to be so careful. Fate again and again. He's poking out so well through the window, and he's just knocking these players one at a time.
You also have Northern Lights joining in on there as well. Uni do get taken out in 13th place. Now they can turn their attention onto Northern Lights. Although Milky Way are there, are they going to come in and third party better luck next time? Fate gets taken down, leaving just two members of Better Luck Next Time left standing. Gonna have to try and get away into the circle. It has shifted up to the northeasterly direction. You have PG18, Quick Math, Team Moops, and InsideGames just on the edge of the circle.
Better Luck Next Time have been taking their liter bics every morning by the looks of it, because today it is all working out for them. I want a bite of that for sure. Fate twice now in 3 games has looked so strong. Better Luck Next Time will go out in 11th, but still kills come in for them. InsideGames taking a fine fight directly to Last Crew, but is it going to be enough here?
The push through by Last Crew hasn't worked out for now. You do still have Rip left up standing, but plenty of Inside Game members there to try and put pressure onto him. You also have ELGIG on the southeasterly direction, looking in their way. ghostar moving on forward. You have Airstation Mike. They have to make their way into the circle. Team Moves are firing shots, trying to push them back, getting into the vehicles. Airstation Mike will look to rotate.
Moon spraying it out. We speak about how deadly he can be as an individual player, but this time around, it's just not enough. YMCA take him down. Joker's out in 10th, and the battle continues to get into this top 8. YMCA 4-man strong, and it is looking good. Now, we spoke about 2 compounds when we were at phase 2.
Yep.
We spoke about the one towards the west of Picardo, which QuickMath currently have, and the one which Moops are in on top of the mountainside. Moops have 4 players alive in this, and they are constantly shooting, currently taking shots at the Milky Way team, who are just 3 players in a hut. 3 men, 1 hut, 2 vehicles, and a lot of smoke. It does not provide you with enough because Moops are just looking at them. Moops are in such an advantageous position here that most teams are going to have to push into their direction.
Talk about being players in HUD. It's not quite 3, but it is D's of PG18. He's gotten out of there. Quick Math is looking in their direction. What can he do? His Last Crew do go out in 9th place. I said plenty of members of Inside Games were going to be able to find him in the end. Airstation Mike now pushing on through, going to put pressure onto YMCA. Going to have to be very careful because you talked about it. Moops are there, ready to put the fire on his ToWzErA with the grenade. Connects onto 2 members of YMCA, but the return onto Hugstar.
The nade comes out again to finish him off, but you've still got to deal with Kajuti, and he's taking those shots. He's missing a fair few here, and now his position is known. Can he get in the back lines there to revive his teammate behind the car? Is it going to be possible? Time will tell. He would be able to pull this one off. Airstation Mike aren't pushing him too aggressively just yet, but they're also taking shots from Moops. Jazza's the next one to go down, and this is where Moops have so much control. Double's actually pushed out of the compound. The rest are still hanging within it, just so he can get that extra edge to get a few kills. And this is the time to do it. We continue to talk about this in Contenders.
Exactly.
Pushing out when there's 10, 8 teams left, once you've been sat in there for so long, means you can come out when a lot of teams have already spent a lot of their utility. Helmets might have been knocked off, armor's damaged, all that kind of thing that can enable your life to be easier to pick up those kills.
Now Airstation Mygar still a 3-man team. Fake is on his own, so could get flushed out by the 2 remaining members of YMCA. You've got other 2 members rotating down south. KnorkiS of ELGIGANTEN, they're still 3 men strong, trying to shoot on up towards the members of Inside Games as they rotate into the circle.
That was pretty good from Inside Games. They managed to somehow get across.
Yeah.
Playing the Evil Knievel bite game once again on Miramar. There's Odstrelovac. He's well aware there's people in this hut. He's also got a grenade in there. Could throw the grenade out and try and force them out with it. But they're going to have some return fire come their way.
No.
More nades coming in. A headshot landed by Double onto Odstrelovac. But Double's going to back away to the smokes as more shots come in from the side. Marcelek's just spraying away there, but he can't get all the shots to connect. Inside Games, they've got themselves in a bit of a pinch, but how on earth do they get out of it? Marcelek landing all the shots there, and that causes a team knock to come in with the grenade. More to be had, and they are all on the floor. But is Odstrelovac going to be seen? He's hiding there. He's waiting. Marcelek's not looking. He's not seen it just yet.
Come on,
the smoke is down. The nade nade comes out. That's a double knock from Odstrelovac. Can he finish him off? KnorkiS on the other side. It's his time to shine. Odstrelovac, we've seen it over and over again, doing lots of damage here, avoiding the shots coming through the smoke. He's playing it so well. The flames are down in front of him. It's going to make it harder for him to see at this point. There's still another smoke down, but he's just spraying through it.
He's a Odstrelovac, as he's known as, looking to reposition, trying to find the shot on, and he does get the confirmed kill, leaving ELGIG down to just 2 players. MOORPHEUS, KnorkiS, he connects 25 damage onto one member of ELGIG. Gotta be very careful behind him because Milky Way are looking in his direction.
Just sit down by the tree, chug away an energy drink, why not? Odstrelovac, the man of the moment. 5 kills in the total of 6 for his team. Everyone else is dead around him. He's waiting for ELGIG to push in. Them smokes will start to fade, and this is when it's his time to strike. He's looking over every slight edge of it. Any pixel that pops up. Yeah, I'd be scared too. It's Odstrelovac. They've seen what he can do. His aim was on point. He took down KnorkiS to low health as well. This fight between Airstation Mike and YMCA is still going on. Airstation Mike did have 3 players up, but now they're down to 2. YMCA got to be so careful, though, because it can be a little bit detrimental to their health if they're out in the open for too long. One shot, he's landing them. fEJK needs to be able to connect a headshot, though, if he wants to try and fight this a bit better. He's being cheeky, but every time he pops up, he's also giving them a chance to do it. QuickMath coming from the side, and they're going to take down YMCA, and that's what I was worried about for him. fEJK tries to steal a kill away. It's not going to be possible, and now he needs to back away and get with his teammate.
Oh my god, QuickMath coming in from the north direction, putting the hurt onto YMCA. Airstation Mike, they try to back away, but ToWzErA goes down at the hands of Milky Way. Degree takes down fEJK. That's Airstation Mike going out in 5th place. QuickMath, they stay fairly quiet, but they're on 7 kills already. They're now trying to connect onto the members of Milky Way. ToWzErA finding the shots. iZoom is the only one that's up for Milky Way.
No, ELGIGANTEN. KnorkiS, the only player left in it. This is the best game they've had today. It's been a struggle for ELGIG. What can they do from here? He's a solo player. Can he sneak away? Milky Way now out of the equation. They'll be down and out in 4th place. We've got a 4-man squad of QuickMath against the 3-man team MOOPHEUS, who have a compound to fight from. ToWzEra's just taking the shot through the smoke. They know KnorkiS is going to have to pop out eventually. He's still trying to find his way into the circle, but he'll eventually run out of utility. He's got a smoke in his hand. He's throwing the smoke down, and then as soon as he does that, more shots come in his direction.
If he can get into this circle, and he has a couple more grenades, it could potentially work out for him. Oh my god, he's dancing around those bullets, left, right, and center. A couple of shots do connect onto him by ToWzErA. Nope, he goes down. Grenade connects on by kDoran, leaving 2 teams up. 4 against 3. Team MOOPHEUS are outside the circle. Yes, they have a compound, but when you look at QuickMath, they have a 2-and-1 split. No, sorry, 3 men of QuickMath are on the west side. You then have Peltage in that little hut on the east side of the circle.
Now watch what QuickMath are doing on the map. They are spreading themselves out here. Normally you go, oh, this doesn't make sense, but because it's turned into 1 team versus 2 team, they know exactly where MOOPHEUS are at this stage. They want to make sure that they can't push out and try and sneak around them. So they're going to cover all angles here. Peltzig behind the hut. He'll be looking to see if he can hear any rotation coming around. Maybe they get closer to him. ToWzEra's now joining up, so puts this into a 2v2. Full control had by QuickMath. And MOOPHEUS, they've just got to find a way to break it. For them, they need to be able to get the first knock in. Otherwise, it's going to be game over for them. And Peltzig here, holding the angle, waiting for the first.
Wow.
Hawkey down, looking for the next, and this is where it gets problematic for MOOPHEUS. They do not have the numbers, they do not have the information. Ensalenso gets the next one in, kills coming in galore. It's only kDoran left. He is the solo player left for this team, and he is heavily outnumbered in this scenario. Spray's coming down, he manages to get ToWzErA on a knock, but he won't get the kill, and that's a 12-kill game. Another high-kill game today, most importantly, Cormac, and that's 22 points secured for QuickMath.
QuickMath helping to secure their overall spot in the top 12. Team MOOPHEUS having another good game. At the end of the day, holding on to a compound for most of the game. They only had to move out in the end, and they still got a bunch of kills. I also respect the fact that they pushed out of that compound towards the end of that game when we had 8 to 10 teams left, and they were able to take advantage of the teams around them. But I also got to give credit to Odstrelovac of InsideGames. I think even towards the end when we saw the fight between YMCA and Airstation, Mikey managed to take down another member of ELGIG before going out. In the end, that's why KnorkiS was the only one from ELGIG left down the south side of the circle.
Now, YMCA got quite interesting, but they only managed 2 kills coming into that game. That was the problem for these guys. And sometimes that's just the way it goes down. They seemingly were fighting for the longest time on their rotation, but it was whether they could pick those kills up. Now, MOOPHEUS didn't get a massive amount of kills in total. They actually walked away with 6. But the kills they were able to steal so many kills away from many teams that had done the damage in the first place because of that compound. The problem I had for MOOPHEUS there was they didn't push out early enough.
True, and towards the end, as much as I like the fact that they rotated all in the same direction on the final moments against QuickMath, they didn't rotate very much together, right? Because they were together, but they weren't together. Like, PEL shouldn't have been able to get those single knockdowns one by one, right, on the 2 members of MOOPHEUS. There should have been that instant reaction from Team MOOPHEUS, but because they weren't close enough, they couldn't get it done. At that point, they would have been better off going for a split, even as 3 members strong, because they could have possibly have caught out QuickMath in the end. It was always going to be hard because they had that man disadvantage, but at least in that point, from a critical point of view, it might have worked out a different way.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. When we talk about these end scenarios, there's so much going on in the player's head. It's easy for us to say, like I said on the previous game, should have pushed out on this. This could have been a slight change. Yep. But it's more for us to learn from and them to learn from and you guys at home to learn from than anything, because you have to be able to make that instinctively as a decision while all this chaos is going on, while the comms are happening. And the problem they had is they really had no information on where QuickMath were positioned, and they had such a good surround. QuickMath had the circle, they had full control of it, and their whole goal was just let's not allow MOOPHEUS to push any further forward.
And let's not forget that QuickMath had the north side on their own, but part of the reason why they had it on their own was because they pushed so many teams around them. They had a bunch of kills up until it came down to them and Team MOOPHEUS. They were able to take advantage of the teams that were down south, and they really held their position so accurately for the majority of the game. It's part of the reason why they ended up coming out on top.
Do you think QuickMath were listening to me yesterday when I was saying that, like, they have these games where we just see they do well, but they never have a game where I go, oh my God. Well, now they've just delivered an oh my God game. Finally, we get to see that come out of QuickMath. And it does happen every now and again for them. PG-18, though, they're going to be there only with 3 points for this game, but still better than what they've managed to achieve across some of the games today. Last Crew going to be the only one with 0. Tornado, our previous winners, only having 1. And Unity, it was a rough ride for them at the same time. They went in for these fights and it just didn't work out for them. But look at the 10-point lead between QuickMath and MOOPHEUS within this one, based on those 12 kills QuickMath were able to get. But honestly, for me, most impressive is ELGIGANTEN, just in the fact that they've been able to turn it around and get an additional 10 points here, because today was looking incredibly bleak for them.
It's just consistency that I'm seeing from Team MOOPHEUS that we haven't seen previously. Not just the high points, but it's consistently high points. Yes, it's not the constant chicken dinners, but getting into the top 5, top 4, top 3, top 2 with a bunch of kills is only going to help their cause. Odstrelovac, top of the table on damage, 870. It speaks for itself. He got 5 kills. He was the man of InsideGames.
The interesting thing with Odstrelovac was he got those kills for 3 of them when he was massively under pressure. Spraying through the smoke, shots coming to him from all different directions, dealing with ELGIG pushing him at one time. And ELGIG were lucky to get anywhere further after that, because Odstrelovac had him out in the open for so long, they could have easily been shot down by other teams.
Definitely. Just kept his composure so nicely in the heat of the moment. But the head-to-head between QuickMath, 1,380 damage, 12 kills. That damage-to-kill ratio is pretty much on point. There's not really much you can say about that when you look at InsideGames, 1,286 to 6 kills. And then the head-to-head between Diggory and Odstrelovac. 400 damage for Diggory, 7 kills. That shows that as a team, they were working so well together.
Look at the knocks, though, for Odstrelovac.
Yeah.
He's like, step back up, I'll knock you back down, over and over again, seeing what knocks he can make happen. Yeah. And, well, we've still got one more game of Miramar before we get to the final game of Sanhok. That Miramar was incredibly exciting. It was very difficult on the rotations, hard shifting circles across the board, and even MOOPHEUS with a compound that looked like it would benefit him massively didn't end up managing to make a win out of it. Let's see what happens on the next game. And remember, it's a longer day today. There's still 2 more games, so grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and head on back to us, because we'll be going to a break, and then we'll be bringing you more PUBG action.